Breaking news in Salem. We want to bring you back to this scene. Sky Eye is over a massive fire that we've been watching for more than a half an hour on Hancock Street. Here's the very latest in what we know. Fire has spread to multiple homes in this very densely populated neighborhood. As you can see, what we're looking at are multiple family homes built very close together. Some, of course, more than 100 years old. So fire has spread there. Salem City officials have posted on Facebook, please avoid the area. This is Hancock Street, and do not approach the scene. Crews are expected to be addressing this situation for quite some time. So just to bring you the very latest on what we've been monitoring, right around 4 o'clock, we did see huge flames shooting out of the peaked roof home that you see in the foreground here. But the biggest issue as we watch firefighters in these bucket trucks up on ladders, they have been absolutely dousing the roofs of these two particular homes right in the center of your screen for the last half hour or so. And that has just escalated as this has gone to 3 fires, and more crews have arrived on the scene. You see the stubborn flames continue to pop out of the roof. It has been so dangerous. They haven't been able to get onto the roofs and create any venting. But as you can see there, that appears to be fire just coming now, causing a hole in the roof. Eric Fisher joined me a little bit earlier because he's pointed out, because we're talking about Salem here, closer to the water, gusty day, and the winds off the ocean have been at more than 30 miles per hour today. So, of course, just providing more and more oxygen, fanning the flames of this massive fire. We've just been watching. I don't know if Sky Eye can pull back a little bit so we can see the big picture here of this whole neighborhood. But this thick, acrid smoke has just been billowing from every crevice of these buildings for the last half hour, making it a really challenging situation for any firefighters on the ground. We've seen them on the sidewalks. We've seen them behind the buildings trying to douse the sides of these homes so the fire didn't spread there. What we're watching now are huge cannons coming from those bucket trucks at the top of the ladder trucks out on the street, and they've just been dousing the fire from above. I do have to say, the flames and smoke are less than what we were seeing 15 and 20 minutes ago. So it looks as though the firefighters are gaining on this fire. They're beginning to try to contain the situation. And again, you know, this first sprang up right before 4 o'clock, and the hope would be that people were at work, were at school, that families weren't at home inside these buildings when the fire got underway. Of course, we have very little information at this point, no information about how they got started. But when you're looking at antique structures like this, you have the twin problems of old wood, brittle wood, especially under very dry conditions, as Eric Fisher has been describing. We've had this month in the region, haven't really had any rain at all. But that problem, combined with the fact that these structures were incredibly well built. These are solid, huge 3-story buildings that were built at the time with huge pilings and thick beams of wood, just trapping those flames inside each floor of the structure, and especially under the eaves in the attic area of a peaked roof building like this. The one next door appears to be a flat roof. So even though things appear to be better than they were, now we're seeing this thick black smoke billowing sideways out of that second structure there. You can see the direction the wind has been going. We've been watching as firefighters had been trying to douse every angle of these buildings with water, hoping that it won't spread to even more buildings down the street. And so again, Salem City officials have posted on Facebook that they really please want people to avoid that area. They don't want anybody to come observe this scene or approach the scene. And they think this is going to take quite some time. As you can see, what a massive effort is underway here. Again, we don't know if anyone was at home when these fires got started or if anyone was hurt right now. No word on injuries. We have a crew on the way to the scene, and of course, we'll We'll hopefully get a live report, get the very latest for you coming up beginning at 5 o'clock on WBZ. But as you watch these firefighters from above trying to battle both these heavy wind gusts of over 30 miles per hour and the fire and smoke billowing up from the top of this building, we'll keep monitoring the situation and bring you updates here on CBS News Boston and bring you the very latest coming up on WBZ News at 5 o'clock.